Hi, it's Sean Ashby. I'm on the Cuttlebrook 3-dayer down at Swarkston and Burton this week. Day one, drawing a good peg. Hopefully we're going to catch some roach some days. I'm trying to catch something like £20. It's a great competition run by Gary Rogers on the flyer. We just did more and more matches like this on natural venues really. It's going to be a great 3 days.
First day of the Cuttlebrook Cup today. I've drawn a peg that's got a bit of form, but it can be a bit unpredictable. Bright sunshine, shallow peg. Just let's see what we can catch. Hopefully we'll catch quite a few dace and a few roach and have a decent weight by the end of the match. Fishing today should be pretty good, although it's going to be 30 degrees and it's boiling now. So I don't know how it'll fish. I think it'll be a good 3 days in pretty hard conditions because it's going to be hot. But there'll be plenty of bites from roach and dace and maybe some perch. Possibly the odd big fish somewhere, but it's not as prolific as it used to be years ago with big fish. So weight sort of like, probably in my section today, probably going to want £15 to get in the top 3, which will give you a start. Probably want £18–20 to win it, but maybe not as much as that. Maggot fishing, I'm going to ball it today on the pole at about 12 metres. It's about 4 foot deep, running quite quick, and I'm just going to loose feed a few maggots over the top and hopefully catch some dace and 1 or 2 roach.
Right, it's day 2 of the Cuttlebrook Cup here on there. So I'm on Cuttlebrook stretch today. Yesterday I was in the town at Ferry Bridge. It's great comp this, hoping to make it 2 years on the bounce. Today I've drawn peg 23 at Cuttlebrook, which on paper isn't very good, but it's a peg I actually quite fancy drawing. It's the top end peg, very long peg. It's I don't know, 400 metres to the next angler below, nobody above. So loads of water to go at. It's very, very pacey. But yeah, we'll give it a go. Hopefully catch £15, I think is the target weight. £15 would be good. So yeah, that's the target, £15 a dace, roach and chub. If all goes to plan. If not, you'll see me crying into my pint later. Cheers.
And a very good Tuesday morning today on the second day of Gary Rogers's 3-day festival over at Cuttlebrook. Apparently, I've been told I have gone and drawn a flyer today with Mr. Charlie Gooch catching, I do believe, £19 off it yesterday. Looking at it, it looks a lovely peg, not as much pole work, however, mainly wag and mag with Mitchell matches. How old am I? Always use Mitchell matches. Absolutely like effortless. At least there's one good consolation about today. I haven't got naked ladies sliding into my peg, which in all honesty was very unsliding for the last hour of like the actual fishing match yesterday. However, today's another day. Focus on the stress-free slide and let's love life to the full. How about that, Gary? Like have a passed with flying colours?
You have, mate. Spot on.
Absolutely fantastic, mate. Slide on, everybody, and let's hope we all catch loads of fish, because win or lose, you've got to booze. Oh, and slide on.
Right, good morning everyone. It's John Locke. I'm on the Cuttlebrook Cup, the on the fly competition, second day, and I've drawn on the Cuttlebrook section today. Yesterday I was on the Burton waters at Sherratts. I drew the upstream peg, end peg at Sherratts, peg 16. Quite a tricky day. There was a lot of activity in the river, let's say that. The different sort of day to today, different type of peg. Yesterday was just about sort of pinching a few fish here and there, a few little perch, the odd quality roach. But I think today is going to be old school fishing for me. Stood in the water in my waders, bait apron on, and I'm going to be using this float as one of them, which is possibly as old as myself, but it could even be older. It's certainly older than you, Gary. So, yeah. But it's perfect for this sort of water. It's got a nice visible top, heavy wire stem, and as you can see, the river here is quite pacey. I've plumbed it up already. I've probably got 5 to 6 foot of water on the stick float line. So it looks a lovely stick float peg, but I think there's possibilities for waggler fishing as well. It's all about running line fishing today for me, which is what I like to do best. Got Richard on the peg above. I was in the same section as him yesterday. He won the section, I was second, so yeah, we both done fairly well yesterday from quite a difficult day at times, but it'll be different today. We're out in the fields, nobody's going to be bothering us, and really looking forward to this. I have actually fished this peg probably nearly 40 years ago when it was on the old Derby waters, and used to have to walk all the way down from Swarkston, which is well over a mile I reckon, but we didn't need much tackle then. One rod, used to fish down here, catch chub, barbel, all sorts. It was fantastic, but it looks like it's fishing well again now, so hopefully we'll have a good day.
Morning everyone. It's day 3 of the Cuttlebrook Cup. It's the final day. As you can see, the weather's taken a turn. Better conditions for fishing, definitely. Last couple of days been some excellent fishing, but with the bright weather, I think some of the shallower pegs have struggled a bit. But today, I think that'll be the other way around. The deeper pegs should still be okay, but the shallower pegs might be even better. Me personally, I've had a great 2 days so far. First day, where was I? 16 at Cuttlebrook, just in the middle of the woods. Lovely day. I didn't have many fish, probably 80 fish, but they were all stamp fish for 23.8, which won the zone, which was a great start. Day 2 yesterday, drew okay, but there were some real good pegs in my section. Luckily, the bright conditions favoured me in a deeper peg. It was like 6 foot, dropped to about 11 foot and dropped back up to 7 foot, so it was a bit tricky to fish, but got away with it. I had £10, probably had 60 fish and a decent perch for 2 points, so second in the zone. Was pleased with that from where I was, to be honest. Got away with that, like I say, with the weather. Then today, final day, we're at Ferry Bridge, peg 24. Now, a few of the locals have told me it can be a good peg. You know, it's nice depth. I've been and had a plumb up already. It's a bit of a walk. It's a nice depth, probably 7 foot deep on pole, and it's lovely, to be honest. It's flat, seems nice. Struggled the last couple of days in the section, but you know, today's a different day, and we'll see. Some good anglers on good pegs in the section today. Stu Rayner's going to be particularly dangerous on arguably the best peg down here, peg 18, but you know, it's fishing, you never know. We'll try his best and see where we end up.
So we're on the final day of the Cuttlebrook Cup today. I'm currently on 3 points along with about 6 others. Won my section the first day at Cuttlebrook, second yesterday at Ingleby, and today I'm at Sherratt's 23. Not been the best. We've got Nigel Bull on 22, which is normally the flyer, so it'd be a hard ask to beat him, but I'll give it my best.
Hello, I'm Ian Shaw on the 3-day Cuttlebrook Cup Festival. Into day 3 now. Day 1, I was down on Cuttlebrook section. Reasonable draw, peg 7, managed 16-10 of dice, struggled in the middle of the match and probably went for chub for too long, but we won't talk about that. Beaten by the bottom 2 pegs, so finished 3rd on my section. Yesterday, probably the best day's fishing I've had for a long time on Ingleby 6, deep peg. Fished an old topper float that's probably older than half the people that are fishing the match, and I had 17.4, about £10 of skimmers and £7 of roach. So lovely day's fishing, and won the section with that. So coming into the last day, I'm on 4 points, laying 8th. So in with a shout to getting in the prizes, but I don't think I've drawn well today. I've drawn peg 1 on Ferry Bridge, which can be a good peg, but at the moment with a low river, it's not brilliant. So yeah, I think I'm out of it today, but we'll give it a go and see what happens. The first time this year, Gary asked me if we could use the Sherratt's Farm and the Ferry Bridge section, so that's Cores and Ferry Bridge Waters, and it's been a really, I think, a good decision because we've had some cracking matches on here. They're lovely waters, and they're nice even fishing, not a lot of big fish, so it's all roach and dace, and I think we've had a couple of good matches. Let's see what I can do today. Chances not high, but I'll do what I can.
Right then, folks, you remember that we all pay £10 into the biggest weight at the festival, non-accumulative. So winner takes all, 440 quid. And it came from day one. Peg 21, Ingleby, Sean Ashby, £24. I've just heard a few people say Spawny something.
No way.
Well done, mate. So, we're paying the top 8, folks. And as always, anyone that's been on my festivals, it'll all be paid out electronically. So if you've won, come and get your envelope for the sake of the camera and then send me your bank details. Okay? 8th overall with 7 points. And a weight of £35, 11 ounce. Only beat by £2 for 7th place. Picking up 150 quid. Steve Stone. Well done, mate. Fantastic.
Thanks very much. Cheers.
7th overall, picking up 240 quid. Again on 7 points, but a weight of £37, 15 ounce. Mark Silman. Well done, mate. Send his bank details.
Right. Send you a blue black hat.
6 overall on 7 points and a total weight of £39, 8 ounce, picking up 350 quid. Lee Bennett. Well done, mate. Close at the top, innit? Close at the top, innit? 5th overall with 6 points and a total weight of £39, 1 ounce, picking up 450 quid. Charlie Gooch. Well done, mate. Well done. 4th overall with 6 points and a total weight of £43, 11 ounce, picking up 600 quid. Ian Shaw. Well done, mate. Well done, mate.
Damn good in the end, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. So, top 3, and you get a lovely little trophy to take home forever. 3rd overall with 6 points again, but a total weight of £44, 6 ounce, picking up 700 quid. Nick West. There you go, mate. Give us that. And then take that with you, mate, for 3rd place. Yep, you got that. 2nd overall with 4 points and a total weight of £40, 12 ounce. Last year's winner, this year's runner-up, picking up 900 quid. A.D. Whittle. There you go, pal. Well done.
Cheers, pal.
You got it? So, folks, 2024 Cuttlebrook champion with 4 points and a total weight of £48, 8 ounce, picking up 1,300 quid. And it's good to see a local lad win it, I think. Cam Hughes. There you go, mate. That's yours. Get that in the shop. And that's yours. Hey, once it's out of my hands, I don't care what you do. So, and you got that as well. I'll give you that in a minute. Folks, that's it. I'll sort the dates out for next year and I'll let you all know. But can I have the top 3 for a picture? But thanks for a great festival again.
Well, that's the end of the Cuttlebrook Cup, which is an absolutely fantastic event. You know, I've fished it the last 2 years. Lucky enough to come 3rd last year, with AD winning. And then this year, it's been a great competition again. You know, loads of bites for people. Don't get me wrong, some pegs are tricky. You know, real good anglers have struggled on some of the pegs, but for the majority, there's 8 to 15 pound in a lot of pegs. You know, there's a lot of varied methods as well: waggler, stick, float, pole, bit of bolo, a little bit of feeder. There's quite a lot to go at, to be honest. And for me personally, I've been even luckier this year to win the event, which I'm absolutely made up with. Tying on points with AD, but just edging him on weight, pushed him back into second. Can't have him winning it 2 years on the trot, can we? Day one, I was at Cuttlebrook, peg 16. Had a lovely day. 23.3 I think I had on pole. Stick float later on, just at the end of my peg. It was a lovely day. Not loads of fish, but real nice day. Probably 80 fish for that, so stamped fish. Day two, we was at Ingleby. Now, I drew peg 18, which I didn't know, but when I got there, my head was scrambled. I didn't know where to fish, to be honest. There was a big slack, a load of boils, and I didn't really know what to make of it, especially with the famous bend up in my section as well. But luckily, the bright conditions put the shallow pegs in my section, made them not that great, to be honest, and mine was a deep peg. Got away with it, come second with £10. Lovely day again, really frustrating, but in the end a nice day, catching probably 60, 70 little roach on a stick float in the boils. And then today was a bit unknown really. We all thought it was going to fish really well. You know, it was raining, overcast, a little bit cooler, but as we really don't know what happens with fishing, especially on rivers, it's probably been the worst day out of the three. Yes, it's had some hammer, but we didn't expect it to be quite this bad. I've been at Ferry Bridge peg 24. I've had 14, 13. Again, another great day. You know, I've had 3 good pegs and another great day. I've caught on hemp today late, which Nigel Bull will be proud of. Yeah, it's been really good. It's tricky for some. Stu Rayner, I mentioned earlier, is a really, really good angler, and he was on a good peg above me. I really thought he'd beat me today, but just shows the nature of the venue. He's a chub peg and they didn't feed. He's had £5 to come second in the section to me. So I ended up with 4 points. Total weight was 48.8, I think it was, which was enough to win. You know, like I say, really made up with that. AD, again, he had 4 points. He to weigh £40, so just edged him out on weight. And then in third place was the ever consistent Nick West. I think he had, I'm not sure if he had 5 or 6 points, but a little bit of a gap. But again, he's done absolutely fantastic. The frame's been really close. You needed 7 points to get in. I think some people on 7 points just missed out as well. So again, over the 3 days on this type of venue, it just shows the quality of anglers that are fishing it. You know, some real good local anglers. Hopefully next year will be a success again. Really looking forward to it already. The fishing's, like I say, absolutely fantastic. I really do like this type of fishing. You know, a lot of the pegs you can't set a pole up, so you've got to be really varied and try and work out what's best to do. And it's a really interesting bit of river. Can't wait.